Conley Springs today to fish some delayed harvest water, and I'm going to give you some tips on fishing delayed harvest. Delayed harvest fishing is a lot easier than wild trout fishing. Wild trout spook a lot easier than delayed harvest because they're hatchery fish. If you're getting into fly fishing, I would suggest you start out on delayed harvest water, as the fish are easier to catch. And today, I'll give you some examples of that.
Look closely. I already see trout. Throughout the video, I'll point them out with these blue arrows. Tip number one.
Fish are right there.
Get yourself a good pair of polarized glasses so you can see the fish.
See the fish? They're right there. I guarantee you I'm going to catch one.
No way would you be able to stand in front of wild trout like this. I mean, they're within feet of me.
See what I mean? If these were wild trout, you wouldn't even be able to get close to them. Just one. Not bad. It's number one. They ain't even got in the water yet. They like that evil weevil. So see, the fish are stacked up over there too. I'm gonna pick them apart over here for a second. So I'm up here at South Mountain today. As you can see, I'm hiking on a trail. And with any delayed harvest fishing, you want to try to get up a day or two after they release the fish. But you want to try to go to strategic locations in which they may have dumped the fish. So I'm making my way back to where I know there's a crossing where they would potentially dump fish in. And it just so happens that I've been very productive in that area. So when you're fishing delayed harvest, try to go up a day or two after they release fish into the stream. And as you saw back there on the first fish that I caught, I hadn't even made it into the stream yet, and those fish were within 4 feet of me. If that were wild trout, they would have been out of there before I even made it to the stream. So that's the difference between hatchery fish and wild trout. So here we go. I don't know if you see that crossing right up there, but they would dump fish in right there, I promise you. And I already see a big wake over there. And that's a sign of where fish are holding. And actually, I see 4 or 5 fish right there. I'll show you with my rod. You see the fish right there? They seem to be hitting top water. I'm going to start out fishing nymphs for now. I know that there are fish holding right there. So I'm going to move on down. I even see a bigger one right there. I don't know if you can see that. And there are 4, 5, 6 fish right here in that little seam and current. So what I'll do is I'm going to move down. I see fish right there as well. And remember what I told you. When you're fishing delayed harvest, come up 2 or 3 days after. Go to strategic locations in which you know that they may dump fish, such as that crossing. And look what you have. You have fish right here in front of you. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to go down a bit and work my way up. But I'm going to scout before I do that. I definitely know that there are fish right up here. So I'm going to stay back a bit. I see one right there in the current, right in front of those rocks. So literally there are fish all through here right now. See if I can pick that one off. And I'm using a nymph rig today. It's a leader, a custom tied leader. Using amnesia green and red with tippet on that, followed by a piece of 15-pound string mono. It's a George Daniels style nymph rig. And what I'm doing now is I'm just checking out the water here because I saw a fish holding in front of that white rock right over there. And I see him. He's right there. It looks like they're feeding. We have some kind of hatch coming off. Looks like they're feeding on top. So I may switch over to dry in a second. It's very shallow. So I'm gonna have to literally high stick this so much that probably one of my nymphs will be out of the water. But I'm gonna approach on the right side. There we go. Just tail out, there could be a fish right there. Okay, so I switched over to a dry dropper. Just a small CK nymph trailing a nice stimulator that I tied a couple of days ago. So fish have been rising all around me, and we're gonna see if we can get them to hit the stimulator. So I know there are fish holding up that way. I've seen them rising there. I actually saw one rising right in front of me. I know there's not many fish down in this area where I'm at. But let's just see. Very slow right through here. Almost came to a dang stop. I know that fish is back there, so I might try a downstream cast. Got him. Looks like that CK did the trick. Yep, that's fish number 2. These delayed harvest fish are very healthy because they're fed really well. Come here, buddy. Nice size brook. Hold them up for you. On there, 12 inches maybe. Check out my CK nymph video on how to tie this. So I did get the guy back there that I saw. That's 2 for 2 then. Alright guys, you see this riffle right here? One is right in front of me. Now I want you to see that tail out of that run right up there. See how quiet it is? Guaranteed there are probably some fish holding in the back tail out right before this riffle. I mean, fish just do that. It's very calm water, so your presentation has to be soft. I see fish up there right now. If this were a wild trout stream, you'd have to creep up on your knees right through here to get any chance of catching these fish. So I'm going to be a little stealthy, but I'm not going to be super wild trout stealthy. I would get down really low right here if this were wild trout, but I'm going to walk up a little bit, then I'll get down. And I'll make a cast in that tail out, and I'll bend down on my knees right there. I've got a stimulator, a CK nymph. Let's see how it does. Keep my rod back too. I need more line out. I really wish I had my 8'3" weight right now, but I don't. I broke it the other day. Just so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, got him, yeah. See, that's how we execute right there, buddy. We have a rainbow now. And you see, he took the CK down like this, super low. It's because that water is so calm. Even for delayed harvest fish, they're not that stupid. But if they sense a predator is around, they are going to be hesitant. But I'm laying low because I have this 10-foot rod, and I don't have a lot of clearance. Normally I wouldn't backcast with this rig. My intent was to nymph all day. I'm gonna get a bit of a cast up there. There we go. That's 4 fish so far. Not bad. It's a brook trout. There he is. God, he took the dry too. They're up there. Got another one, had another one. They are feeding like mad now. Okay, so I'm sitting here on this rock. I've caught 3 fish out of this right here in front of me. It's a nice little flat, very calm water. And I sit here for a few minutes. I'm letting it cool down here because I've hit this thing pretty hard. But I think the fish are stacking up right here. I'm going to continue to fish this just for a few more minutes after I let it cool off. Maybe the fish have forgot about me. And maybe I can catch a few more. Let's see how it goes. There he is. Yeah, baby. It's a big one too. It's number 5. Whoa, he don't want to stop. Is he foul hooked? Big trout. Okay guys, I've changed up my trailing nymph here to a little bit bigger. Missed a few fish. I think my hook size is a little bit too small. So I got a flashback pheasant tail on. A little bit bigger a hook. I don't know, that's probably, I'm gonna say a 14 or 12. Most of these fish are not going to be in this pocket water. Not delayed harvest, usually. I mean, you get some in pocket water, but they're going to be holding mostly in the tailouts today, calmer water, because they were released into the stream yesterday. So, here's another example. Tailout, always hit it. And there are mayflies or stoneflies coming off. I see them. There he is. Got a take. Told you, that's why you hit the tailouts. Wasn't big, but he hit. There he is. Look at that. What is that? That's a shiner. That's garbage fish right there. That's what you find in this stream if you come up here. If you come up the South Mountain, a couple months after they've released delayed harvest, this is what you'll catch. These garbage fish here. It's definitely not a trout. It's definitely not anything I want to catch. So let's keep moving. The ecology of the stream is not that good. I've talked to the rangers here, and they said basically these trout, once they release them, they're lucky if they live a few months. There he is. There he is. That's why you fish them, boys. Why you fish the tailouts. Come down, buddy. I see shadows of what appear to be fish. So let's fish the tail out first. Ah man, I hope I can break off of that, yeah. Didn't see that branch there, so I have to keep my cast low. There it is. And fish on. Perfect example of how to fish that section. I'm glad I caught that. It broke off. But tailouts right before this riffle. I fished the riffles too, but and he's on. This man, I mean, how many times do you hook up in a tailouts like that? There you go. I mean, that's another good example. First flipping cast to it. What do we see here? Tail out before the riffle. First cast into it. So I know I'm going to catch a fish right here. So I'm just going to sit on this rock. And there he is. Right when I called it. Perfect timing. Stimulator I tied a couple days ago. Took the nice stimulator I tied a couple days ago. Let's get this fish on camera. Nice brookie. He's on, yes. Got him. I love it when a fish don't want to stop. Come right back at him. Got him this time. Yeah. That's number 13. He got off, but that's perfectly fine, y'all. I'll take that all day. Another fish. This is number 15. Nice brook trout. Number 15 on the day. So I'm going to slowly approach that and I'm going to fish the back parts of this water first. I see a fish moving to the right. So I'm going to work that section. I got one. Yeah, baby. Get him away from those others. It's number 17. Last one was 16. Yeah, okay, buddy. See that rock where that tail-out's right there? Bet you I catch a fish right there. Watch this. See, there's fish down there and I got him. Yeah, baby. I told you. Yeah, I told you. Man, get out from that rock. Number 18. Another one. Two of them. We have a double hook. Yes, sir. We have a double fish. Two fish on at once. Let him tire out. One got off though. It's a brook. He took the dry. Number, let's see,